sorry that I will have to speak in English this time. I promise to work on my Dutch for the next, because there will be a next. I thought for a while if I wanted to say something today, not because I didn't have anything to say, but because I was afraid of being hurt. Then I realized that my biggest fear was not being hurt, which is something women are unfortunately used to. My biggest fear was not being heard. So here I am. I am a woman. I work with and for other women. I have heard more stories that I can count by now. I have held their hands during births, miscarriages, and abortions, during moments of fear and uncertainty. I have cried with them, and I have cried without them remembering what they went through. I am immersed in women's stories every day of my life. And what I know for a fact is that the stories repeat themselves. The stories repeat themselves because it happened to women. And everybody knows what a woman is. What we experience now is the result of thousands of years of patriarchy and hatred against women. Misogyny sometimes seems like a fine word close to what hate makes us feel. We suffer and we go through what we go through because we are women. And everybody knows what a woman is. 200 million women went through genital mutilation spread over more than 30 countries. They were mutilated because they were women. None of them did not know they were a woman, because everybody knows what a woman is. In the 1960s, we experienced the sexual revolution with the possibility of having heterosexual sex and not getting pregnant. The contraceptive pill was, in theory, a safe method for couples to have sex only for the pleasure. However, what he came to know is that the pill not only diminishes women's libido, but also presented us with a list of dangerous side effects. Coincidence or not, it was about the same time that the miniskirt was invented. Of course, during the 60s, that represented liberation and empowerment. But now we know better. We know it's not a piece of clothing that will give us the respect we deserve and that will not empower us. Wearing a miniskirt or wearing clothes covering our whole body. Either way, we are still being raped outside our homes and inside our homes too. Because everybody knows what a woman is. Interesting facts. Doctors still prescribe the contraceptive pill for young girls who start their period and are experiencing cramps without even explaining them what is happening in their bodies and the transformation they are going through. Without explaining, it is a phase and that is something to be done, which does not involve making our hormones go numb. Having a period doesn't hurt. What hurts us is the way society cares for women's health. What hurt us is that medications, vaccines, and believe it or not, menstrual pads are neither tested nor approved for the use of women or menstrual blood. And when it comes to birth, everybody still knows what a woman is. If you had the experience of being pregnant and had to go through it in a hospital setting, most likely you experience a doctor treat you as an infant who knows nothing about your own body. Or even try to manipulate you once they know a pregnant woman wants the best for their baby. And even if that means putting her own body into risk. It is interesting how we consider genital mutilation in underdeveloped countries an issue, which it is. And we fail to see that 46% of women in their first pregnancy will have genital mutilation giving birth in the Netherlands. Episiotomy is genital mutilation without scientific evidence that corroborates the justification of performing it, especially when 42% of them were unconsented. I'm not even going through to address the other obstetric violence women are being subjected when giving birth in hospitals in the Netherlands, but it's shocking. What is also shocking is that the system and birth workers are buying so bad the neutral language calling women birthing people when we know that the reason all this violence is happening is because everybody knows what a woman is. I'd like to show my empathy towards every single one of us women who already went through a lot just by being born as a woman, and that one of the most important moments of our lives, you will be condemned by a misogynistic and patriarchal system, stealing from you the best memories you could have from birthing a new life. It was stolen from me, and I decided I would live to offer women the best care I could, so they wouldn't have to experience what I had experienced. Therefore, I will not submit to the pressure of calling us by our body parts. I will not accept bad treatment because of my presumed reproductive capacity. I will no longer be hurt without being heard. And to finish my speech, I would also like to apologize. I would like to apologize to all trans-identified females and all non-binary females. I'm sorry you did not receive the right support when you were hurt and not heard. I'm sorry that the changes in your body during puberty felt like a burden you did not have the support to carry. I'm sorry they made you believe that wearing different clothes or choosing different pronouns would make you something other than what you already were. I'm sorry they made you believe that there is such thing as being born in the wrong body, as if we weren't holistic beings. And I'm already sorry for what you might have to go through when you realize that even in the trans community, you're not safe from misogyny and patriarchy, because everybody still know what a woman is. I'm sorry that the biggest and most important part of your life, according to society, will still be bearing children, and most likely from your trans-identified male partner whose dream was to be a mother. And that magazines will love covering your trans-identified female pregnancy story, while your trans-identified male partner will be on the cover of a magazine as the CEO of the year. Everybody knows what a woman is. I'm sorry we were not there for you when you needed the most. We are here for you now. We don't hate you. Speaking for myself, I'm available for you whenever you want to share your story with me, with no judgments, with honesty and empathy. I'm ready to do what other people fail to, which is loving you and showing you how perfect and complete you always were as a woman. Thank you.